Hey, this is Nia.
Hey, it's Brett.
Hey, it's Mish.
Hey, this is E, and you're listening
You're listening to Bug Radio.
All right, so our next topic is about a book called It's Just an Effing Date, and it's by Greg. Honestly, I wish I knew how to say his last name.
Try it.
Barrett and Amira Rotolo, and they're actually a couple. And they wrote this book, and it's basically a dating guide for how to date in the new age. So there's different tips and chapters within the book that are relevant. However, there's one specifically that I want to focus on, which was basically dating. So the dating game these days. And they talk about a lot how women actually lower their standards when it comes to dating, and they don't make it a necessity for men or whoever to ask them out on a date. So there's always that question on whether, is this a date, is this not a date? Amira makes the comment in saying that a low self-esteem is what causes women to lower their standards, because they feel like, if they have this low self-esteem, they're like, honestly, I'd rather have something than nothing.
Right.
As opposed to being like, no, I deserve to be asked out on a date, and for this to be a necessity for getting to know me or meeting somebody. And Greg also calls it tweet sleepover breakup, and that's how relationships work these days. It's just like this little texting game.
Right.
And you're constantly questioning, is this a date? Like, are we dating? Are we seeing each other?
Are we in a relationship?
No,
I find a lot of
best friends.
I find a lot of people don't know how to do that whole transition to dating to boyfriend and girlfriend. I hear a lot of people just kind of saying, "Oh, we just kind of fell into it." That's just kind of what it is. No one said. The guy never said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" A lot of that doesn't happen now. I've never experienced. Well, you're different. Like in a good way.
It happens.
It happens,
but it's not.
It's
like before.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a thing where it's like I don't know.
But I made that happen. I required that to happen.
Like,
that sounds bad.
You're not a woman who felt like she needed to lower her standards.
Yeah.
Like, you knew what you wanted,
that's what I'm saying,
and you did. But there's a lot of women who have low self-esteem issues and don't know how to do that, demand something, not demand, but be assertive of what they want in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they're saying, is that a lot of women have that issue,
Yeah.
which I completely agree 100%, because I've been in that situation where I've never had low self-esteem, but I didn't ever want to be the one to say, so are we boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the thing is now with social media and everything, you start off and there's like a hookup culture that is like very accepted now.
Mm-hmm.
So you start off and you're just like, oh, we're not really looking for anything. Friends with Benefits is very accepted. Look at there's the movie about it. There's the 2 movies about it.
Right.
No Strings Attached is the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so then you just start off as like a hookup or Friends with Benefits or whatever, and then all of a sudden it becomes more serious, but then you're like, this isn't what we said at the beginning, so can we go forward with this? And then all of a sudden you're dating, but you don't really know if you're dating.
Right.
Would you argue, though, if a woman can still be 100% totally confident in herself without needing the official title, though, at the same time?
Yeah,
Does that really mean she lowered her
for sure.
standards?
But it's very rare, because you have the woman who wants that defining thing. Like when they're talking about it with their friends or they're talking about it with their family, they can say, oh, my boyfriend. And that's not all women, but most women kind of want that title. They never just want to say, oh, my friend, or oh, the guy, you know what I'm saying? And what you were saying about your point is that the whole hookup thing is, I online date a lot, and a lot of guys that you see on online dating, they never ever want to get into anything with anybody. Yeah. They never want to get in a relationship. It's always, I don't want to deal with a relationship right now. I don't want it. I just want to have some fun. That's the general consensus from mainly a lot of guys in their 20s. I don't want to be in a serious relationship right now. I just want to have fun. It's never, I want to be in a relationship. Or it's, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I want to have fun, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, because
that's always what it is.
Yeah, but you know that getting into like a site like Tinder or something, you know going in that it's like a hookup thing or like a casual dating thing, I guess, and you accept that, but then things happen, people catch feelings, things happen, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, well now we went from casually dating to dating more often, and then if you have the talk about, are we dating other people, I think that's an important talk. That's kind of like the transition about monogamy. Like, are you dating other people? Am I dating other people?
Are we exclusive?
Yeah.
What's really going on?
I had
here?
to have that talk, and it was like
was it uncomfortable?
No,
or?
because I decided to bring it up, and I was just like, okay, well, we've been dating for a bit now, and I'm seeing other people as of now. So are you seeing other people? And then he was like, no. And then I was like, okay, like, this is my decision if I want to keep seeing other people or if I want to be monogamous. Obviously, I decided to be monogamous, and then here we are.
Make it official from that.
Right. I think there's always that that awkward beginning point that always makes it. People are not clear on communication and what they want.
Right.
So when you initially
meet
someone, you're always there's always that, like, do you want to hang out?
Right.
As opposed to making it clear, like, this is a date, and I want to get to know you for the potential that you will be, like, you know, a significant other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people who don't want to have that conversation, though. They're very afraid of having that, which is weird.
Yeah, we should have that conversation.
You think people would want to get it out right away, right then. Like, I certainly have no time to waste. So when I'm doing something with somebody, right, I let guys know when I'm on Tinder, when I'm on OkCupid, when I'm on Plenty of Fish, right away, 2-3 questions in. What are you doing on this site? What are you doing? What are we doing here? Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. The minute they tell me I don't want to be in a serious relationship, all I want to do is have sex, blah blah blah, I leave. I don't talk anymore because for me it's a waste of time, and it's unnecessary for me to sit down, have a conversation, or do the thing, have the friends of benefits, start catching feelings for you, then you tell me I don't want to do anything with you. It's just a huge time waster. But I really think we should, like, have the conversation, or at least promote the conversation more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are afraid of it.
People are also afraid, too, though, just because if you think about it, you don't know what they've been through in their past, who, like, screwed them over in a way. I kind of also understand, too, why they would be afraid, like, making things official, because, like, they could really be messed up in that area. So that's why it's kind of also very touchy for that reason as well.
I think everyone's a little messed up in that area.
Yeah. I think, however, though, you know, they look at a lot, you know, it's women lowering their standards, but at the same time, I think men need to have more, like, it needs to be put onto men that they should have more respect.
Right.
In the sense that
and more
they
communication.
should,
but men don't know how to, like, especially in the early 20s. I'm not even going to say early 20s. I'm going to say a lot of their life. I don't want to give all men a bad name, but a lot of men do not want to talk about what's they're feeling or whatever. You really have to, like, drag it out of them a bit, especially the ones that aren't really comfortable with themselves. You have to kind of drag it out of them. So so you may see that, and you're thinking, oh my God, do I want to have the conversation? Are they gonna get upset? I don't want to upset them, blah blah blah. But there needs to be a male shift. Like, I think there needs to be a woman shift, and there needs to be a male shift.
I think males need to understand that it's okay to ask a woman, like, do you want to go on a date? By asking that doesn't mean, like, this is going to be serious relationship. Right, I'm getting to know you, and then we'll go from there. Like, you know what I mean?
And I think very
it's
much
fine.
So say, like, if you watch a show like Sex and the City, like, they're always seeing people, like, dating different people, and that was such an accepted thing. And now it's not like that. It's like you're hanging out with people, and you're not in a relationship. You're single, and you want to be single, but you're hanging out with all these people. So technically, you're kind of dating. So, but whatever. But nobody will say that, funny, or else you're in a relationship. Yeah. And I'm just like, where did casual dating go? Right. Because we just went from this shift of, like, casual dating was, like, acceptable thing, and how else are you gonna meet men? Like, go on a coffee date or a dinner date, like, different levels of seriousness. Like, a dinner date is more formal, a coffee date is maybe just to get to know somebody at the beginning if you really don't know them. Right. And I think the kind of Tinder is, like, bringing that back, but from a hookup perspective, because girls go on Tinder dates, like lunch dates. Right. But, like,
my last boyfriend was from Tinder.
Everybody knows the goal of that is to hook up.
Right.
For, like, going into it.
Generally.
Generally. But, so, it's kind of like the casual dating, but for a hookup. It's weird, the way that culture's shifted like that.
The dating aspect of our culture is lost. It becomes like the guy said, what is it? Tweet, sleep over, break up. Yeah. It's we text, and we do what we need to do. We hang out, you know, take a couple pictures for social media, let people know what's going on. Or else it didn't happen. And then you break up, and then you're done with the relationship, and you don't talk to the person anymore, and that's what it is. So, I don't know. There's definitely been a shift away from it, but I definitely think we need to bring it back. And a lot of people are so ready to rush into that boyfriend-girlfriend thing, too, without
communication
really,
is key.
Communication is the biggest thing in a relationship.
in a non-relationship, in a real relationship, in a friendship,
life.
like in everything. Seriously. But yeah, I don't think we can blame the men on this. I mean, I wish that men would think like, oh yeah, like I want to take you on a date, but at the same time, we need to.
I don't want to
require
waste your time.
that.
Yeah.
To require
women
that.
also need to know what they want as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we should be
It's
comfortable
both of
with
us.
saying, I don't want to do this right now.
I'm not
And
in
not
a good
even,
spot,
not
whatever.
even, don't even have sexual relations with that person, because that ultimately clouds your, what do I want to figure out judgment.
Yeah. It actually talks about that. There's a chapter that's like, does sex seal the deal? It's also in the book.
Like, I think sex changes things. There's a lot of people who say it doesn't, but I honestly think it does. If we are casually hanging out and we have sexual relations, I'm gonna think a little something. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of women who also are not like that. But what I'm saying is, women need to say to themselves, I'm not gonna have sex. I'm not gonna allow whatever this to cloud my judgment. I'm gonna stand my ground, and I'm gonna say, what are we doing here? And then have that conversation. So
everybody just communicate.
All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This was Bug Radio. I hope you enjoyed our topics, and tune in to us next time.
I liked it. Yeah, I did like that a lot.
good book.
I was just gonna say.
So how are we gonna end this bad boy? So Nia's ending it.
Why do I have to?
Because you didn't
Brittany
open
will
today.
end
Yeah,
it.
Brittany will end
No,
it.
Esther should end it.
Esther
will
ended.
end it.
Didn't
Yes.
talk. So